Welcome to Lit with Ernest, where we dive into the world of literature and explore the stories that shape us. Today, we're discussing Margaret Atwood's iconic novel, The Handmaid's Tale. Published in 1985, this dystopian masterpiece has become a cultural phenomenon, sparking conversations about power, resistance, and survival. The Handmaid's Tale is set in the Republic of Gilead, a totalitarian regime where women have lost all their rights. The story follows Offred, a handmaid who is forced into reproductive servitude as she navigates this oppressive society. Atwood's novel is significant not only because of its thought-provoking themes, but also due to its historical context. Written during the rise of the conservative movement in the 1980s, The Handmaid's Tale serves as a warning about the dangers of patriarchal fundamentalism and the erosion of women's rights. In terms of literary background, The Handmaid's Tale relates to several major traditions, including feminist literature, dystopian fiction, and speculative fiction. Atwood's work is often compared to that of authors like George Orwell, Aldous Huxley, and Octavia Butler, who have also explored the consequences of totalitarian regimes and social control. The novel has been shaped by various critical perspectives, including feminist theory, post-colonialism, and cultural studies. One of the most significant themes in The Handmaid's Tale is the concept of power and resistance. Atwood explores how language, culture, and history are used to shape and control individuals, particularly women. The novel highlights the ways in which oppressive regimes use rhetoric and symbolism to maintain their power, as seen in the uniforms, rituals, and ceremonies that govern the lives of handmaids. For example, the color red, which is associated with fertility and femininity, becomes a symbol of resistance for Offred and other handmaids. Atwood's use of literary devices, such as non-linear narrative and multiple perspectives, adds depth and complexity to the story. The novel's structure, which jumps back and forth in time, mirrors Offred's fragmented memories and experiences, creating a sense of disorientation and unease that draws the reader into the world of Gilead. This technique is known as non-linearity, where the narrative is presented out of chronological order, challenging the reader to piece together the story. The Handmaid's Tale has had a profound impact on popular culture, influencing countless works of literature, film, and television. The novel's themes and imagery have been referenced in everything from music videos to protest movements. The 2017 Hulu adaptation, starring Elizabeth Moss, brought the story to a new audience, sparking fresh conversations about feminism, resistance, and survival. In terms of cultural impact, The Handmaid's Tale has become a cultural touchstone, symbolizing the fight for women's rights and reproductive freedom. The novel's influence can be seen in works like The Power by Naomi Alderman, which explores a world where women suddenly develop the ability to release electrical jolts from their fingertips, allowing them to dominate and control society. This example illustrates the concept of intertextuality, where one text references or engages with another text, highlighting the ongoing conversation between authors and readers. The Handmaid's Tale has also been subject to various critical perspectives and debates. Some critics have argued that the novel reinforces patriarchal stereotypes or perpetuates a binary view of gender. Others have praised the novel for its nuanced portrayal of female experience and its exploration of complex themes like power, resistance, and survival. For instance, feminist critic Bell Hooks has argued that The Handmaid's Tale offers a powerful critique of patriarchy while also acknowledging the limitations of Atwood's representation of women of color. As I always say, good writing is like a well-placed shot. It hits true and it stays with you. The novel's relevance can also be seen in its exploration of themes like reproductive rights, bodily autonomy, and resistance to oppressive regimes. These issues are just as pressing today as they were when the novel was first published. The Handmaid's Tale serves as a warning, reminding us of the dangers of complacency and the importance of continued activism and resistance. Like this episode if it hit true. That's all for today's Lit with Ernest. Like this episode if it hit true. Share it if you respect honest talk about books. Subscribe because we'll do this again. This is Ernest, signing off.